Hey guys, how you doing? This is Ben Schmoop from Exotics, and in this video today, we're going to be asking the question, can ball pythons feel emotion, and how do they express it differently than humans? Because lots of times we hear online people are talking about, well, ball pythons, or snakes in general, either can't feel emotions, they'll just say, can't feel them, isn't a thing, or the people online and in videos and stuff like that, even the biggest breeders will say that they feel it different than human beings. Well, what does that really mean that they feel it different? And we're going to be talking about that in this video. But before we get into that, hopefully this guy doesn't fall off. I'm actually being joined today, as you can see. This is a spider ball python male. I had him out, I think, in the video yesterday, and he just shed, so he's looking as good as he'll ever look right now. He actually looks a little bit dark from what he normally does out of shed. But before we get into the discussion of today, like I said, we have some subscriber shout-outs. And again, before I even get into this and talking about this, there's two things that, of course, need to be met for me to give you guys a subscriber shout out. Now, this is not something, I'm not saying, you have to do this. I'm saying if you get a shout out, this is why it happened, or this is, how it happened. So, for me, I'm pretty big on privacy, so if you don't put yourself out there, if you just subscribe to the channel, I'm never going to give you a shout out. Not because I don't appreciate your support in watching the videos, but because I know some people don't want their names being said on video, especially if it's actually your real name on your YouTube channel. So if you leave a comment down below one of the videos, or if you have your own channel where you put up videos where you're putting yourself out to a larger audience, then I'll go ahead and give you a shout out. And since we got to the technical stuff, let's get straight into the shout outs. And lots of these guys have been with the channel from basically the beginning. And lots of these people on here have just given this channel so much support through your guys' ideas for videos, through comments, assisting me down in the comment section with some of the questions people have. And you guys have just helped this channel out so much. I cannot thank you guys enough for the support you've given this channel. So without further ado, we'll get straight into the shout-outs for today. And I have my little list right here. You guys can't see, simply because I could not remember, these probably 30-plus names without having the paper down. So I'm not trying to cheat, it's just I won't be able to remember all these without having my sheet. So, number one is going to be Phone Guy, Matt Cherninsky, Pokehon, and by the way, I'm going to butcher probably some of your guys' names down here. And lots of these guys do have YouTube channels. If, you want to listen to some of these guys, you probably know of some of them, like Exotic Luck. I would go recommend checking out their channel because they do some amazing content with ball pythons, herping, with all kinds of different stuff. So definitely go check out some of these guys' contents below. But we have Mad Bow Reptiles, Ballin Boas, again, probably butchering some of these. KJ Loves to Game, Charles I, Miss J Muse, Exotic Luck, like I already said, Scene J, TJ's Reptiles in all caps, Real FL Girl, Amy Williams, LKB Pythons, SH Reptiles, Literally Nothing, and if you go to his channel, that's exactly what you'll find. Boo Ha Buddies or something to that effect, I Am Gift Bearer, Carson Clark, Robert Martinez, Chevy Exotics, B. Waltz, Jonathan Jahurez, something like that, and L. Harper. Again, I know I probably butchered some of your guys' names, and I apologize for that, but my pronunciation and reading isn't always the best, especially with some of the names that are, not as common, but hope you guys enjoyed that shout out, and if you are listening to those guys, I definitely go recommend checking out some of their channels, especially, I'm not going to say especially, but lots of those guys do other things that I don't do as much, like herping and stuff. I know Exotic Luck does that. I think Mad Bow Reptiles does a little bit on that, so definitely go check some of those guys' channels out. And this guy is going to fall off my head if he keeps doing what he's doing. But let's get straight into the topic of today. Can ball pythons feel emotions? So this is a topic that is a little bit hard to answer, but I'll try to answer it the best way I can. So first of all, we have to ask, what is an emotion? Or when we say an emotion, what are we talking about? Well, we're talking about a situation that puts a person or an object into a sort of mood that would make them act differently than they normally would. Okay, for example, a normal person is probably their normal emotion is maybe just neutral. They just feel fine, they're not mad, sad, or happy. If they get happy, a circumstance makes them happy. Some of the results of that are smiling. Some of the, the chemicals in their body and bloodstream start running and changing different things about them and their mood. And what are you doing? There's some spider ebb bubble right there. I don't know if you guys just saw that. But overall, an emotion is just like a feeling that is triggered by outside situations to make an organic object feel different. It's kind of really broad, but we have to ask, can ball pythons actually feel emotions? Because like with humans, lots of times we just put ourselves and we say, we're the only beings that can feel emotions like sadness, happiness, you know, love, and all kinds of stuff like that. I wouldn't say ball pythons can feel love because they're not really built for a group scenario. Holy crap. Dude, you gotta, there's some ball python head bubble right there. He normally doesn't do that, but, so, dang it, you're gonna make me lose my place. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that emotions are something triggered by an outside response that makes somebody act differently than they normally would. So let's ask ourselves, what emotions could ball pythons have if they truly do have emotions? One of the emotions could be fear, when they're balling up, or when they're, you know, even striking, when they're defensive, when they're scared of you. That could be fear. Another one could be excitement, when they have food. You can just tell their eyes go up, they start, you know, slowly going towards the prey and looking, which is kind of like hunting as well. That could be an emotion they have. And then they also have a neutral emotion, but it's not as much of neutral as it is like a calm. You could say calm or happy. When ball pythons get happy, of course, they don't really smile. But with ball pythons, when they're happiest, it's when they don't feel any fear and when they're fed. Okay? They're fed, so they're not worried about food, and when they don't have any fear towards you. So, to answer the question, I would say yes, ball pythons can and do feel emotion, just not as many as, like, say, a normal human being, right? So, oh my gosh, I should have picked a different snake to bring out. He's completely distracted me. So yes, to answer the question, ball pythons can and do feel emotions, just like humans, but they do it in a different way. They have less emotions, number one, and they don't have any emotions that have to do with a group, like love or, you know, the sense of loss, all the personal things that us humans have. The main ones they have is calmness or comfort, you could say happiness or neutralness. They have fear, I guess anxiety, and then they have what you might call, you know, stimulated excitement, where they're going after food or they're on the hunt or they're exploring and they just want to check things out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That was a pretty broad topic, but I thought it was something that should be addressed because I hear all the time ball pythons don't have emotion, they're, you know, just all this stuff, okay? Ball pythons do have some emotions, they just don't express them the same way as humans do. So, I hope you guys did enjoy this video, even though it was a little bit crazy because this guy right here, if the camera will focus, he looks great. He didn't, you know, he had a great shed, he was perfect and everything, but he interrupted me a few times during this video. But I hope you guys did enjoy that, and again, I know I missed some people with the subscriber shout out today that have left incredibly helpful comments, and I apologize for that. You know, hopefully you guys will be shouted out in a future video. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Excuse him kind of getting me off track a few times on the topic of do ball pythons have emotion. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and if you like the channel, I would consider subscribing. We upload pretty much daily, trying to give you guys the best possible care for your pet ball python. So, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.